The conflict between Iran and Israel is deeply rooted in a complex web of historical, political, and ideological factors. At its core, this animosity can be traced back to the 1979 Iranian Revolution, which transformed Iran from a Western-aligned monarchy into a theocratic republic. This shift alarmed Israel as Iran began to position itself as a leader of the anti-Israel axis in the region, promoting a narrative that sought to delegitimize the Israeli state. One of the primary causes of this ongoing conflict is the issue of nuclear proliferation. Iran's nuclear ambitions have raised significant concerns in Israel, which perceives a nuclear-armed Iran as an existential threat. The fear is not just about nuclear weapons. It's about the broader influence Iran wields through its support for militant groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza. These groups are seen as direct threats to Israeli security, further escalating tensions. The consequences of this war, both potential and ongoing, are dire. A full-scale conflict could lead to catastrophic loss of life and destabilization of the entire Middle East. The region is already fraught with tension, and a war could spill over borders, drawing in other nations and potentially igniting a wider conflagration. Economically, both nations would suffer. Iran would face crippling sanctions, while Israel could see its economy disrupted by conflict and retaliatory attacks. The results of such a war would likely be devastating for both sides, but the true victims would be the civilians caught in the crossfire. In Iran, ordinary citizens already face economic hardship due to sanctions, and a war would only exacerbate their suffering. In Israel, the population lives under the constant threat of rocket attacks and military incursions. The psychological toll on both societies would be immense, with generations affected by trauma and loss. Ultimately, this conflict is not just a battle of nations, it's a tragedy for the people who inhabit these lands. The cycle of violence perpetuates itself, with each act of aggression leading to retaliation, creating a seemingly endless loop of suffering. The hope for peace often feels distant, overshadowed by a history of mistrust and hostility. It's a stark reminder that in war, the true casualties are often those who have no stake in the conflict, yet bear the brunt of its consequences.
FUE Gallery. OK, Lab.